Hey everybody, it's Uncle Scott. Welcome back to the QwerkyReax channel. And I said something in yesterday's video about how the only time you'll ever see me wearing a sweatshirt is if I've just woken up and I realize that I need to record something for that day. And so, I kind of like hurry up and get one done. Or if it's super cold in my apartment, which was yesterday. So that's why I had the sweatshirt on to keep warm because it is super cold in New York City right now. There is a third option apparently, because it's the reason I'm wearing one now, and that is I never went to sleep. So I am still wearing the sweatshirt because it gets cold at night, and so I tried to go to sleep, couldn't fall asleep. Can't explain it. Don't know why it happens. Happens to me all the time though. But so I figured I would do something I love with the time that I have that I'm not sleeping, and I would react to another video for you guys. So that's what we're doing. Also, I've been mentioning it, and we'll probably mention it until we get there. I never ask you guys to subscribe. I'm just asking you to pay attention, because as we get closer to hitting 10,000 subscribers, I will be doing a special video that you guys won't want to miss. When that happens, it'll be like a, kind of like a thanks to you guys for sticking around and joining this, little music community that I'm creating. So just keep an eye out for that. I think we're at like 9,300 right now, so a little ways to go, but I think we'll get there sooner rather than later, which is awesome. Anyway, today I figured we hadn't heard any Diana Ankudinova. I think that's how you say it. I think I'm getting better at it in a while. And randomly, because after I've been reacting to her stuff so much that when I watch YouTube on my own, it will, how the algorithm finds stuff for you. It mentioned to me, or a suggested video for me was this new video that she did really recently, like just a couple weeks ago, I think, or maybe even this week, called "Oh, Don't Cry." Now, yeah, there you go. I don't know how these work for her. I know mood videos aren't really the same as music videos, I don't think, but she does do these videos like this. Maybe they are the same thing. I really don't know. But so I don't know if this song is old and she's just now getting around to doing a video for it. But I know that it popped up recently because apparently it's one of the newer things she's done a video for. And it says right there, mood video 2024. So, I'm telling you the truth. But hey, I say we just jump right in. I don't know anything about it. The captions are already on, so I'm assuming that'll help me understand what she's saying, because I'm guessing, as always, it's in a different language. But I'm stoked to see it. I always love hearing her voice and love seeing her musicality. So let's jump right into it. Just press play already, Scott. I know, guys. I know. All right, here we go. Diana Ankudinova, pretty sure. Oh, Don't Cry. This is the mood video from 2024, which I think was just released within the last week or so. All right, here we go.
Не плачь, ты, Ива, скажи, за что ранима. Ты стоишь вдали от родника, глоток не найдя родимый. Ой, не плачь, ты, Ива, скажи, за что ранима. Ты стоишь вдали от родника, глоток не найдя родимый. Ой, не плачь, ты, Ива, скажи, за что ранима. Ты стоишь вдали от родника, глоток не найдя родимый. Ой, не плачь, ты, Ива.
Okay, first of all, I love this song already. I love the way she sounds. Also, it seems like she's talking about a weeping willow that's so far from the spring, and she's asking, "Why is that? Why you're crying?" That's what I'm getting from the translation, which is kind of artsy, but I kind of love it. Like, really love it. The concept of that. I also wanted to say, because you guys know I love kind of analyzing how music videos and the stuff that I watch is shot. And what's really cool about this is that this looks like a very high-end production thing that they're doing when they're, you're going by and you keep seeing her, like a new version of her doing something. And the cool thing about that is that that's actually super easy to do, guys. Like, super easy to do. You need a lockdown camera, or you can have a camera that's on a slide like this, And what all it has to do is get to one frame, just one frame of pure black on both ends. And there are, if just, I've said it in some other videos, but in case you haven't heard them, when you do a standard, video, what you watch on TV, okay, that's done at 29.97 frames per second. They call it 30 frames per second. The shorthand for it is 30F. Films are 60F. But it's 29.97 is the technical actual number. So think about that. That's basically 30 frames every second of video, and our eyes can't tell the difference between it being still pictures and moving pictures. That's why when you saw those, if you've ever been to one of those old cowboy towns or fairs where you look in the little mini box and you spin the wheel and it shows a bunch of pictures and it looks like it's moving, it's because you're spinning the wheel fast enough so that the pictures are going by fast enough and the frames aren't jumping so much. The pictures are very similar to each other. That's literally how animation was born. That's how animation became a thing. They just draw the same picture, just a little bit off, a little bit off. That's what stop motion photography is, or stop motion animation is, which you've probably seen before. So all they have to do to pull this off is put the camera on a slide or do a set pan. And it's easy to do with the pan too. You just need to know how to set up a camera. Cameras have computers in them now where you can actually set, like, okay, I want you to go from here to here, and hit a button and it'll do it on its own. Easier to do this on a slide, but they may not have had that. Also, they're not really sliding past her. It's kind of turning past her like this kind of thing. At least that's what I think. But either way, all they need to do is get to one frame out of that 29.97 frames. All they have to do is get to one frame of complete black. And to our eyes, it'll look seamless. Because as you go by, if you get to the black on this side of her, so on her right, our left, right? When you get to that one black frame where you don't see her, and all you're seeing is, like, basically the same black background. That's why they're doing this on a background you can barely make out. Okay. And that's why the light is so focused on her, so that when they get to that black frame, they can literally move the entire camera over to this. I'm saying camera, but that's not really what's happening. I'm saying they can start a brand new clip there on the one frame of black that they have on the right side, and it'll look like it's constantly moving. You see what I'm saying? So they're literally going past it. So these are just video clips, one right after another, with one frame of black on each side is all they need, and our eyes won't catch it. And it'll just look like she's going by and going by and going by and going by. And she's able to do all these different positions. And they're actually a bunch of different takes. They're not filming this over and over again. Unless, and this is another cool thing that they can do, if they have a high definition camera enough, it would have to be at least 4K to be able to do this. But if they have a 4K and 8K, a red camera, these are all cameras that shoot at a much higher level. What they'd be able to do is actually pull out so far, like zoom out far enough that you're getting this huge amount of background. And then she doesn't have to do a bunch of different takes. She can just do a bunch of different poses and dance along while she's singing the song, which makes it easier on your actor, on your performer, on your singer. When you do that, when you pull all the way out like that, now all you have to do in edit, in post-production, is zoom in to the frame that you want, and then have in edit move. It's called keyframing. It's how animation was born. And you keyframe, okay, I want the clip, I want this picture to move from here to here and here to here. And so you just keep cutting the clip and then moving it. And the beauty of it is, especially in almost every single editing software that is out there, what you can do is you can actually take that first clip of it going from this side to that side, and then find all the other clips of her doing what you want, like making the motion that you want, and you can cut and paste attributes. So when you cut and paste, like, words to a document, you hit, Command C and Command V, or Control C and Control V to, like, cut and paste something. You basically do the same thing in edit, but you add the shift button to it. So it's Command Shift C and Command Shift V. And you can actually copy just the attributes. So you're not copying the content, you're just copying the motion and the crop and the setup of the shot and paste it to all these other clips you have. And the editing system goes like that. And now you have this going by like this. And so I'm explaining it because I think it's really cool how they're doing this and making it look like it's actually much higher end than it is. That's no shade. I'm saying that's like Ren does this. A lot of people do this. They find ways to like cheat it to make it look really high end. I talked about it when he did what was it, Slaughterhouse. When Ren did Slaughterhouse, I did that whole thing about how they were able to do that shot with like 6 Rens in it or 5 Rens in it without breaking a budget on a green screen studio because of how they place the camera and stuff. This is the same kind of thing. They're doing something that looks really cool. It's really dope. It really adds to the effect of the song, and they spent no budget on it. No budget. I guarantee it. It's really, really cool. I'm so sorry if that felt super long, but I really wanted to explain it because I do nerd out on this kind of stuff. And I'll make sure to chapter it for you guys like I always do. So if you want to breeze by, or if you hear me start going on something a little later, you'll know that you can get by it. Anyway, let's get back to the song. I'm really digging the vibe of this song, like truly. And then I saw this video thing happening and I'm like, oh, well, I got to explain that. All right. Anyway, let's jump back in. We're only like 30 seconds in. My bad.
Жизни новый поворот, а за ним что-то грядет. В грудной клетке расцветет новое сердце. Безмятежность и обман, все доверилось словам. Легком мыслям на душе. Мне помнится, шла босиком, лето немедленно пропала без следа. И уходит караван воспоминаний. Мне помнится, шла босиком, лето уходит, будто и не было меня. И той ивы у пруда. Ой, не плачь ты, ива, скажи, за что ранима. Ты стоишь вдали от родника, глоток и не найдя родимый. Ой, не плачь ты, ива, скажи, за что ранима. Ты стоишь вдали от родника, глоток и не найдя родимый. Капельки капают на плечи, кажется, мы забили навстречу. И важно внимание встречных, меченых, метка на стволе небольшой увечье. Капельки капают на плечи, кажется, мы забили навстречу. И важно внимание встречных, меченых, метка на стволе небольшой увечье.
This song is dope, guys. Like, first of all, it's obviously a head nodder. I can't stop grooving to this song. And also, it's really kind of poignant. If you're really looking at the words here, the lyrics, they're really talking about, you know, kind of this relationship with the tree. But the tree is obviously like a symbol. I don't know. It's just really deep. I really kind of dig the art of this. Also, this video was made with like no budget at all, and it still looks dope. Like, they got a fog machine in there. You can get those. You probably borrow that from a nightclub. Like, they'll let you borrow it for a day. And then, you know, they're purposely using lens flares, which is like the light shining in the camera, so that you're seeing silhouettes of her and stuff like that. But then you don't need a huge set behind her. You can do it on the side of the road like she's doing, because you don't need all this stuff behind her, because the way the light is hitting the audience, we can't see it anyway. All we can see is the silhouette of her, the light bouncing off of her. That's another reason, I guarantee it, why she's wearing the white dress, is because it reflects the light better. Just really cool. Also cool that they shot it like on the side of a road and in the woods when they're talking about the tree in this way. Like, I'm just really digging that this wasn't just a thrown together thing. I think they really thought about this and were really smart with how they produced it, so that we're getting this kind of like quality on something. They could have shot this in a night and edited it in less than 4 hours. Truly. It's really good. I love what they're doing with her under the sheet. Like they they're doing like such basic shots, but they're all really working together. I really, really dig it. Wow. I really like that. I really like how they did it too. How they took the time to do it right. And to kind of give you that look the way they did. That was really cool. Oh, I should have checked. Hold on. What is what does it go up to in quality? Let's see. Yeah. It goes all the way up to 1080p with enhanced bit rate. Not quite 4K. I still think they were shooting it with a pretty high-end camera, and here's the reason I think that is because maybe it was a 1440. The shots with her from across the water where she was in the forest and the spotlight was on her, you could still make her out pretty well, and that was a pretty wide shot. So, and there was no like definition lost. So I think they used a pretty high-end camera for this. If they didn't, then I'm still pretty impressed with how they put it all together because and I already told you the trick that they used to be able to do that kind of cool sliding edit thing so that you wouldn't kind of like weird out over the background. This was really cool. I really dug it, and I really dug how I dug the music. I already said I dug how they shot it, but I dug the music and I dug what, kind of the message of the whole thing. I know sometimes, excuse me, translation is a little off, but I hope it wasn't for this one because it really seemed to be kind of like artful and poignant. And what I also love about this is this wasn't a Diana belting song. This was her kind of doing that thing we heard in what was that other song I did? Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. But there was another song I reacted to, which it was like the first time I'd seen her in like regular, street clothing. And that was more of kind of her singing along to a techno beat, which is kind of what this was. And I totally dig it. It's something that I would have listened to like going clubbing when I was growing up, which is way too long ago to even mention it. But I dig that it kind of has that rhythm to it and it has that bop to it. And you just kind of feel like you're into it. I really dug this. If you guys made it this far, I appreciate you. And I hope you nerded out with me a little bit over the, over the film stuff. I can't help it, guys. I literally can't help it. I find that stuff so fascinating, and I love seeing the little tricks that are used in music videos. So I hope you do too. Love this song. If you got another Diana song that you want me to react to, definitely leave it in the comments. I'm always open to hearing more of her stuff. I do have a list, I think about 8 long of hers of stuff that I need to listen to. But if you want, if you think I should push one to the top of the list, mention it in the comments and I'll try to, rank them, I guess, in the order that I'll see them. But otherwise, hope you're having a great week. And like I said, if you made it this far, I appreciate you. And I want to make sure you're following my advice. Don't wait for life to be easy to be happy.